Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to this English learning podcast. My name is Emma, and I'm very happy to spend this time with you today. This podcast is made for people who want to practice English in a slow and a simple way. I will speak clearly and gently so you can listen carefully and understand step by step. Think of me as a friend sitting with you and telling you a story. You do not need to worry about grammar or difficult rules. Just relax, listen, and enjoy. Today, I want to share something simple with you. I will tell you about one of my days. It was a quiet Saturday, nothing too busy, but still it had small moments that I want to share with you. Sometimes the most normal days can feel special when we pay attention to them. So let me tell you what happened in my day. On weekdays from Monday to Friday, I usually wake up at 7 in the morning. I do this because I have work and other things to do. But today was Saturday and I wanted to rest more, so I stayed in bed until almost 9. I was not sleeping that whole time. I was just lying on my back, looking at the ceiling and enjoying the silence. The house was quiet. The street outside was calm, and I could feel that it was the weekend. I did not want to rush, but then I felt a little pain in my mouth. My wisdom tooth was hurting again. Maybe you know about wisdom teeth. They are the big teeth that grow at the very back of your mouth, usually when you are in your 20s. The name sounds very smart, wisdom tooth, but when it hurts, it does not feel smart at all. It just feels uncomfortable. My pain was not so strong that I wanted to cry, but it was strong enough to make me feel annoyed. Because of that pain, I had already made an appointment with my dentist later in the morning. Now, I'm not really afraid of dentists, but I do not love going to them either. Sometimes it feels strange when they ask questions while your mouth is open and you cannot answer properly. Maybe you also know that feeling. Still, I knew I had to go today because the pain was not going away by itself. After lying in bed for some more minutes, I finally got up. I walked slowly to the bathroom. My head still felt heavy, like I was not fully awake. There is a nice word for this feeling, foggy. Foggy means not clear. Imagine when you go outside in the morning and there is white mist everywhere. You cannot see far because of the fog. When our minds feel foggy, it means our thoughts are slow and not sharp. Yet, that was exactly how I felt when I stood in the bathroom. I brushed my teeth carefully because I did not want to hurt the sore tooth. Then I washed my face with cold water. The cold water helped me wake up more. I decided not to take a shower yet. Sometimes I like to wait and shower later in the day after appointments. So instead, I put on a big soft t-shirt and some comfortable pants. I wanted to feel cozy, not fancy. Then I went into the kitchen. The first thing that I always want in the morning is tea. Today I made myself a big cup of ginger tea. When you make tea, you have to wait a little. The tea bag or tea leaves must sit in the hot water. This process is called steeping. Steeping means letting the tea stay in hot water so the flavor comes out slowly. You can imagine the tea is like a person enjoying a warm bath. While my tea was steeping, I stood near the window and looked outside. The world outside also felt slow, like it was resting. On this weekend morning, I saw a cat sitting quietly on the wall. I saw two small birds flying around in circles. I saw a man watering his plants carefully. One by one, everything looked calm because of my tooth pain. I knew I could not eat anything hard or crunchy. So for breakfast, I made a bowl of warm oatmeal. I cooked the oats with milk and added a little honey for sweetness. Then I cut a banana into soft slices and put them on top. It was a very simple breakfast, but it was soft, warm, and gentle. Exactly what I needed. I sat down at the table with my tea and oatmeal. I ate very slowly, one spoon at a time. I did not use my phone. I did not turn on the TV. I just ate in silence, enjoying the warm taste of my food. It felt peaceful after I finished breakfast. I washed my bowl, filled my cup with more tea, and sat for a while longer. I was not in a hurry because my dentist appointment was at 11:30, and the clinic was only about a 15-minute walk from my home. At around 11, I started getting ready. I tied my hair back, put on a loose hoodie and jeans, and slipped on my shoes. I did not dress up because comfort was more important today. When I stepped outside, the weather felt perfect. It was not too hot, not too cold. It was the kind of weather that makes you feel the day's friendly to you. As I walked down the street, I passed a small grocery shop where I often buy fruits and vegetables. The man who works there is always kind. Sometimes he even saves the ripest bananas for me. Today, I waved at him and he smiled back. The street was quiet. A few people walked slowly. In the distance, I could hear a dog barking. The soft wind touched my face, and I felt calm. I reached the dentist clinic a little early, so I sat outside for a few minutes. My stomach had that small nervous feeling. It was not real fear, just that little worry we all feel before going to the dentist. I took a deep breath and looked at the green plants in the small garden near the entrance. Then I went inside. The waiting room was very quiet, maybe too quiet. I sat down on a plastic chair. The chair was a little cold and not very comfortable, but it was okay. On the table in front of me, there was an old magazine. In one corner of the room, there was a small fish tank. The fish moved slowly, and I watched them swim. I was not reading, not thinking much, just sitting there quietly. After some minutes, the nurse called my name. I stood up, took another deep breath, and followed her inside. The dentist gave me a small smile and asked, "Is your tooth still hurting?" I nodded and said softly, "Yes." The lower right side. He checked my wisdom tooth by tapping gently in different places and asking if it hurts. Yes, it did hurt, but not in a very scary way. The dentist said it looks like the tooth is pushing through. There is some swelling. The word swelling means when part of your body becomes bigger and sore. The dentist also used another word, inflammation. Inflammation means when your gums or another part of your body feels red, sore, or puffy. He told me it was nothing serious. I did not need surgery. I only needed to rest, eat soft food, and rinse my mouth with warm salt water. When I heard this, I felt very relieved. Do you know that feeling when something is not perfect, but at least it is not dangerous? That was how I felt. I paid at the front desk, thanked the staff politely, and stepped outside. The sun felt a little warmer now, and the soft wind touched my face in a gentle way. I started walking back home. I was not in a rush. I just moved slowly, enjoying the walk. On the way, I passed a small park. I decided to stop and sit on the wooden bench for a few minutes. It felt good to rest outside in the park. I saw two small children running and laughing. They were playing with paper airplanes, throwing them high in the air and chasing them. Their laughter made me smile. A woman was sitting on the grass with her dog, talking to it like it was her little child. I thought that was sweet. I took a sip of water from the bottle in my bag and just sat there watching life around me. It felt calm, almost like time was moving slower than usual. After a little while, I continued walking home. When I reached my house, I took a warm shower. Not too hot, not too cold. Just the right temperature to make me feel clean and fresh again. After the shower, I put on my favorite old t-shirt. It has a few tiny holes, but is soft and full of memories. It always makes me feel comfortable. I made another cup of tea, but this time it was chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is a soft tea that helps the body relax. Some people say chamomile and some say chamomile. Both ways are correct. I sat down on the couch with a blanket, holding the warm cup in my hands. I took slow sips and let the calm feeling spread through my body. Then I lay down on the couch, still covered with the blanket. At first, I just looked at the ceiling quietly. I was not planning anything. I was not thinking about work or about the dentist anymore. I was just resting without even realizing it. I slowly drifted off to sleep. Drifted off means falling asleep gently without planning it. It is like when a boat slowly moves away on the water. That is how I fell asleep, softly and quietly. I think I slept for about 30 minutes. When I woke up, I felt fresh and lighter. My body was calm and my mind felt clear, like I had pressed a reset button. Sometimes short naps like that can really change the way you feel.